Ladies, the worst type of friend to possibly have is a desperate woman. Because every single time you hang out, it's no longer about you and her. It's about finding dick. And the lengths that they would go to, you would have never imagined. Because what I saw left my jaw on that ground. Me and my friend Amber went on this big Vegas trip that I was so excited for. But I really shouldn't have been. Okay, because the whole entire car ride from the airport to the hotel, she's telling me, Jackie, I'm not going to leave you for some guy. This trip is about me and you. You can trust me. I did not trust her one bit. Because the thing was, I have a boyfriend. And secondly, Amber has the worst track record of doing literally anything to get a man's attention. And this trip was no exception. As soon as we got to our hotel and saw our one bed we were sharing, we started to get ready to go to see DJ Pauly at the Marquee. Okay? We were getting drinks flowing. We're actually having a good time. But when Amber walked out of that bathroom in the fit that she's supposed to wear to this party, girl, I was concerned. She was wearing a floss of a bikini barely covering her nipples or her puss. I go, you do know you're going to get a lot of attention if you wear this. She goes, Jackie, it's fine. They can look, but they're not going to touch. Sure. Because as soon as we get to that marquee and we see the little cabanas with the pools full of STDs and DJ Pauly right in the middle, I was starting to get really excited. But as soon as we step in there, eyes. All on Amber, looking up and down in cracks that no one ever should be looking at. Okay? She's going, oh my God. They like me here. Oh my God, I never felt so pretty in my life. I was happy she was feeling herself. But as soon as we got to that dance floor, this is where all her bad habits came out, right? Because we're dancing, having a good time. And then she goes, oh my gosh, Jackie, you won't believe who looked at me. I go, who? She goes, DJ Pauly did. I need to get his attention, okay? Will you help me? I say yes. Only because I didn't know she was gonna do this. Because she spins around, bends over, starts shaking that ass like an earthquake with her barely covered puss touching my body. I go, stop, this is too much, right? But she's going, is he looking? I go, no, please. She goes, fine, let me try this then. And before I could stop her, she splits around and gives me a big old kiss on the lips and starts making out with me, tongue and everything. Okay, I barely had any breath to say no. But she keeps going, is he looking? Girl, the only people that were looking was an old group of men going, yeah, they're kissing, boys, they're kissing, do it more. This shit was disgusting. I felt like I needed to take a shower and go call my boyfriend. But that wasn't even the worst part. Because once she realizes this DJ Pauly is really not looking at her, she does the craziest thing, okay? Because she ends up untying her bikini, throwing at him. DJ Pauly catches it, twirling in the air, goes, yeah, ladies, because her titties were bare out as she was shaking it everywhere. She's going, he's definitely looking now. I go, yeah, and everyone else. Because tell me why. People were filming her, half naked, saving this in their phones to watch later probably. So I tried to put some sense into her while wrapping her in my sarong to give her some coverage. I go, girl, you don't need to be doing this to get a man's attention. And she hits me with this. She goes, Jackie, you don't understand. I can't get a boyfriend like you. Huh? Right? And starts walking up to this guy at the cabana who's waving at her. And the next thing I know, she's making out with him, okay? I was so done at this point. I just leave. I go back to the hotel, waiting for an apology as soon as she got home. But that wasn't the case. Because while I was eating room service on the bed, I heard the little door unlocked, okay? Expecting Amber to be alone. But no. She could not give a shit where I was because she was making out with the guy from the cabana falling on top of me on the bed. Okay, I go, what are you doing, right? She goes, Jackie, I'm sorry. Not the apology I was looking for. Because she goes, please, just, can you leave the room tonight? I'll do whatever you want tomorrow. Okay, just do this one thing for me. As the guy's literally ripping off her bottoms. I literally had no other choice but to leave, okay? So I end up going downstairs and sleeping in the lobby for the next 3 days. Because she was doing this with 3 other men. Okay, I did not want to hear a word from her, even when she was trying to tell me that this is how she has to find a guy because, it's not easy for her. She doesn't put herself out like that. It's not as easy as it used to be to date in person or online. I did not have the patience to tell her anything. So as soon as I got home, I ghosted her for an entire week. But I ended up getting a phone call from Amber that might have changed her life. Jackie, something really bad happened. I go, what, right? She goes, well, you know how I slept with those 10 guys over that 3-day trip? I go, girl, I thought it was 3. She goes, no, it was 3 in the hotel, 2 others at the club, and 5 everywhere else. I go, what happened? She hits me with this. She goes, Jackie, I got something, and I really should have took your advice about, not trying to be so desperate in front of guys because I got chlamydia. Girl, even though I felt bad for her, she really did have this coming. But I tell her, Amber, have you ever considered, doing something different? She goes, Jackie, what else is there out there? I tried in person, I tried online, nothing ever works. I either want to hook up or I end up, making a fool out of myself. No one is ready to have a long-term relationship. And I put her something that I really should have told her about before. So I go, look, Amber, you know how me and my boyfriend met? She goes, no. I go, we met online on this dating app called Coffee Meets Bagel, okay? It's not like those other dating apps out there because they actually have real men who want long-term relationships, okay? They're not gonna fuck around like these other guys do. So Jackie, I'll give it a shot, but I don't think it's gonna work. And we leave it at that, okay? And I don't hear much from her for the next few months, hoping she doesn't catch another STD. But what I wasn't ready for was her to knock on my door and goes, Jackie, that Coffee Meets Bagel thing, it worked. And I have some other really big news.